Slightly different author now and a slightly different tone to these books, because fans of the works of one of Yorkshire's most famous authors have been cramming into Haworth's Bronte Parsonage Museum today for a real-life glimpse of history. I have to say, it's one of my favourite places in Yorkshire.
Well, this is a one-day-only experience. Visitors have had the chance to have a look at a costumed presentation featuring replica clothes and original items straight from the pages of Charlotte Bronte's famous Jane Eyre novel. Phil Bodmer went along to take a look.
Well, welcome everybody to the Bronte Parsonage Museum, and welcome to Jane Eyre, the well-dressed governess.
The genteel, demure and modest fashions of the 1840s could sometimes clothe a woman of high intelligence and passionate intensity. Charlotte Bronte was one such woman. Her greatest fictional heroine, Jane Eyre, was another. Today, for the first time, Jane's wardrobe was brought to life in detail by a series of one-off live presentations.
It was a new voice for the time, a very frank and honest woman's voice, where before the novels had been very formal and quite formulaic in a way. Jane Eyre departs from it, and yet it's timeless too. It's the Cinderella story brought forward in time.
She's dresses and garments charting Jane's fictional career from childhood to woman, from charity schoolgirl to governess to fairy tale bride.
I think he gives a new insight into some aspects of the collection that perhaps that people are actually always really fascinated with. But one of the major comments you hear is, "Oh, wasn't Charlotte Bronte small?" and looking at the size of her dresses and the shoes that we generally do have on display, because they are a very popular part of the collection.
It brings it to life wonderfully.
Yeah.
It's terribly interesting, and the way it was, she explained how things were made, so you get a real feel.
I thought it was excellent.
What especially did you enjoy?
The description of the various parts of clothing, because I'm reading Jane Eyre at the moment with my daughter, and she's asked, what does a bib mean, what does a tucker mean? So it's fascinating to be able to see visually what those things are.
Although today's history wardrobe is planned as a one-off, the parsonage says it may repeat the exercise if the demand is there. Phil Bodmer, BBC Look North, Haworth.
Thanks, Phil.